how to be the 1% masculine man in today's society. The 1% literally means the rare, the outlier, but in a good way. To be the 1% masculine man in today's society, or even, this is subjective, this is universal for females too, but mainly for males, how to be the 1% is to get jacked, earn respect, be loyal, faithful, trustworthy. The list goes on. That is how to be the top 1% of masculine man in today's society. Because there's a lot of guys, right? Young teens, young adults, and even middle-aged guys, right? Who aren't really much different from one another, even within the age group, right? The age gap, the age difference, the time periods they were born in, right? You can believe in the generational curse because, you know, if their father was around, that's what they taught them. That's how they were brought up. And it's hard to change habits. It's hard to change bad habits specifically, right? But if to be the 1%, you can get jacked. You can get fit. It shows discipline. People can respect you because of your discipline to go to the gym consistently and get fit, right? And then it's financially, you're focused on your money. You're focused on bettering yourself. That way, especially if you have kids. If you have kids or even a girlfriend, you have almost no choice. Because if it's with kids, you gotta take care of the kids. You gotta, you know, constantly buy them clothes, food, etc., right? School stuff, everything. Kids are very expensive. So if your finances aren't straight before having the kids, then yeah, you already screwed up big time, right? And as for females, if you had a kid with a guy who was not ready, then that's just unfortunate too. All right, that's why you got to be careful who you have kids with on both sides, because it goes both ways, right? So make sure as a guy you get jacked, right? People can respect you, right? You want to earn respect. Right? Respect is earned, never given. A lot of guys think they need to have respect, or people need to respect them just because they're a male. No, if you didn't do anything to provide value, or do anything productive, right? Or help someone out, or change someone's life, why should someone respect you? If you're not a man of your word, why should someone respect you? It's these small things that can really separate you from society, and you can be in the top 1% of masculine man in today's generation. And it's very sad because this should be normal standard, but it's not for some reason. It really isn't. Like, for example, right? We're gonna just temporarily switch it to dating, right? For some reason in today's society, when it comes to dating, people always kind of normalize cheating. Oh yeah, it's normal to cheat. Or, oh, I expect him or her to cheat. Like, why is that normalized? And then if you're in a relationship with someone and neither one of y'all have cheated, or if you've lasted a year within a relationship, they're like, oh, y'all did a year? Dang, that's a long time. Like, they think that's a long time because they're not used to that. It's so normalized to be unfaithful and unloyal. And you could say it's influence from any type of online presence, online social media regarding of the fact, right, a certain podcast, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's those influences or influencers that make people think that it's okay to do these type of ridiculous things. That's why it's hard to trust people. Now, it's always been hard to trust people. You got to be wary of who you trust, but it's like now more than ever, it's hard to trust anybody, sadly, right? But usually if you're good at reading people, reading the room, and you let people talk, you'll be able to read them, right? Because usually nowadays, people don't hide their real true intentions like back then. You know, I mean, you still got petty fake people, but like nowadays you can see people's true colors if you just let them talk. If you just let them talk, you'll know enough about them. Because everybody loves to hear themselves speak in some way, and most of the time it's in an arrogant way, you know, being full of themselves. But back to regular schedule programming with the masculine man. Excuse me. You need to be able, like I said, get jacked. Focus on that. You can get jacked, you can dominate a room. That's how you have dominant aura, right? People can respect you and just look at you and tell you carry yourself to a high standard, right? Because you're well structured, you're well built. You're not like a bodybuilder, right? Financially, focus on your finances, right? Especially in your younger years, all right? But, you know, it's never too late to start. But if you do have a family and you didn't focus on your finances before having that family, it's going to be harder. It is really, really going to be harder to delegate the time because you have to attend to them, right? Should have thought about that before you had kids, right? Just saying. Should have used protection or just didn't do it at all. But At the end of the day, you need, it's like a stress thing. You need to constantly elevate, right? Like me, myself, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't vape. That's the new stuff. Oh, I gotta hit a vape. And then people be passing that stuff around like, bro, y'all gonna catch someone. What are y'all doing? Like, that's just not me. It doesn't benefit me. And then when I hear people say, oh man, this is the killer, I can't function without said this or said recreation. If you can't function without that, imagine like you can't function without something that's already meant to do harm to you. Make it make sense. Why can't you function by just being healthy, by bettering yourself? How does that help you function? What type of disorder do you have? Respectfully, but not respectfully at the same time. Like, make it make sense. It just doesn't. You need to be able to separate yourself, because when you do everything that everyone else is doing in any given generation, you do everything that everyone else is doing, you literally do not stand out. You are not an outlier. You need to be an outlier. Once you're an outlier, you can literally accomplish so much more, because people will look at you different in the most negative way possible. But that's what you need. That's what you need to elevate and propel yourself, because without that, then you are nothing. You are no one, and you are just a little bug in a big atmosphere, in a big area. That's all you are. There's nothing unique about you. There's nothing unique to you, right? If you're just like everyone else, partying and drinking and doing this, that, and the other, right? Don't do none of that unless you've accomplished something, unless you've really put in an insane amount of work ethic to really accomplish your goals. Until then, there is no need to party, no need to go out, and do all that extra stuff. There's just no reason to, right? And that's the whole misconception in society, right? It's the same thing. Like, every drug is different. You go from cigarettes, your cigars way back when. Then you had the cigarettes, and now you have the vapes and all this, that, and the other, right? All this recreation. I mean, alcohol and beer. That's always been around. It's crazy, right? It's very crazy, right? But if you just don't do that, people can always look at you different. But that's what you need. When people look at you different, it's an indirect way of showing, okay, there's something unique about me, right? Which, it's funny because it's so normalized to where you don't care that much that they do it. That's their personal choice. But why are they so judgmental about you? That's another thing. Why are they so judgmental about you? What is it about you that you don't want to participate? Oh, you're lame, or you're boring, or you think you're bougie, or you think you're better than us. Well, I mean, might be, but it's just, right? It's like, for some reason, it's an ego thing. I don't know what it is. It's just like natural human nature just have this negative ego. Oh, they don't do this with us, or they think they're better than us, right? Then you know what that means. You know their true intentions. They showed it right then and there. You should not hang out with them. You should not even be around them, associate yourself with them. If you have friends who know them or associate themselves with them, you might have to change your entire friend group. Because you know how awkward it is that you're cool with someone, and they're also cool with that person who isn't cool with you. And now every time y'all hang out, they just looking at you crazy because they hate you. And then Lord knows what they're thinking of probably trying to do to you. Like, human psychology is just so wicked sometimes, right? So you just need to change your entire friend group and focus on your path, focus on your purpose. I'm telling you, when you are especially as a male, this is highly more expected of females. I know females nowadays it's very fluctuable. I know it fluctuates here and there. But males already have set up, just by your gender alone, it's already expected. Oh yeah, especially by female society. Oh yeah, you ain't nothing. You're not gonna be this. You're not gonna be that. Or, especially from past experiences with males. Oh yeah, all men are this. All men are that. Be the outlier and prove to people that you are not like other men. That's what I do. I'm not like other men. I'm naturally not like other guys or other men, right? Anyone who knows me, male or female, can say that I'm not like other guys. Why can't other guys be like Blake? This, that, and the other. Why? Because they don't want it bad enough. They don't want to better their life. That's why. And I'm not going to talk to him. I'm not going to try to talk to him and change him. I don't even know him. And even if I do know him, and if I'm like cool with you, if I know you, right? I might tell you, hey, if anything, maybe you could do this, that, and the other, right? But at the end of the day, it's up to you if you really want to change. All right? If you don't want to change, then that's on you. You're going to stay in the same position and then wonder why you never went anywhere. Why your life is still the same, why your life still sucks, why your life is this, life is that, life hates me, everything is against me. because you didn't want to take the necessary steps to change and be unique and be an outlier in society. That's all you have to do is analyze. Let other people talk and you will understand their thought process, and then you can figure out who you want to associate and hang yourself around with. All right, now this is one of the longer videos, all right, but this is so important, all right, because it's like every generation gets worse and worse, slowly but surely. Like the generation gets as worse as inflation. The prices go up, the trust and loyalty per generation goes down though. Like the trust goes down, the unloyalty goes up. Just like inflation goes up, the untrustworthy people, fake people also goes up. I don't know why. I don't know. Something about that. Right? You know, it's some type of economic trend that's always been a thing for some reason, right? But you know what you got to do as a male. You know what you have to do, especially to be in the top 1%. If you really want it bad enough, you're gonna look at every male that you know in society, and you're gonna see exactly what they're doing and how it negatively affects their life, and you will literally do the complete opposite to separate yourself and better your life, especially for the long term. But at the end of the day, that's it for me. That's the end of this video. Comment, like, subscribe. Let me know if you have any other ideas, any other future videos that you may want me to post or recommend. If this resonated with you, save the video and rewatch it. If you know someone who needs to see this, share it. Desperately share it with someone who desperately needs to hear this. And even for yourself, like I said, even for yourself, if you're trying to be the top 1% man, that is great. You're on the right path. You are on the right track. No matter how old you are, the earlier the better, but you can always change your life around, because you never know. Life works in mysterious ways. Do it. Keep going. And if you're not in the top 1%, or you're not working your way up to the top 1%, and you're just like everyone else, then you need to take a good look at yourself in the mirror and really decide if long-term, if this is the life that you really want to live, right? Because the longer you wait, the harder it is to change, and the harder life is going to be. Life is going to be hard, but you get to choose your hard. You get to choose how hard it's going to be at most times, whatever you can control in your life. But that's the end of this video. Hope this resonated with all y'all, males and females, right? Subjectively to a degree. And until next time, I'm gonna see you on the next one.